viewers, because a time of reckoning really for the Aam Aadmi Party. And I want to begin first with Tehseen Poonawala, Huda Zariwala. Of course, we have with us also Sanju Verma and Karan Verma, last but not least. And I want to first begin with you, Ms. Zariwala. Today, there are two things that have happened. And let's first be very clear. This is not a conviction. We are not saying this is a conviction. But it was Mr. Kejriwal who went and said, look, my arrest is illegal. Today, the legality of that arrest has been upheld. From that singular point of view, this is a massive blow, perception blow to the image of Mr. Kejriwal. His arrest is clearly not illegal, neither has it been timed to the election or born out of mala fide, as the court has said. This shows that, well, there is prima facie evidence and it's not looking good for Mr. Kejriwal. Would you not agree, at least today?
Well, good evening, Rahulji. Honestly, the remand application which was rejected by the High Court is only for the arrest itself and not on the merit of the case as itself. So basically what this goes on to show is that the entire trial is yet to be seen. The ED is yet to prove everything that it is doing tall claims on. I mean, so far we still haven't as yet, let's not forget, seen a money trail or the proceeds of crime. The ED can make whatever tall claims it wants, but then at the end of the day, let's also not forget that it was not able to oppose the bail of Sanjay Singh ji. So clearly, it goes on to show that the ED will keep doing what it keeps doing at the behest of the BJP, and a lot of it is yet to be proven. Also, let's not forget that the PMLA Act, under the draconian law of the ED, in which there is a section 45, which goes on to show that unlike the courts of law, here an accused is not innocent until proven guilty, but it is the other way around. And also the burden of proof falls on the accused. So at this point in time, Arvind Kejriwal ji's bail
Zariwala,
has not been rejected
all of this,
by the Supreme Court.
All of what you're saying was raised by Mr. Kejriwal himself and his attorneys in the court, as we know. But there are two statements. Evidence with ED shows link between Hawala dealers and AAP candidates in Goa, which means that there is prima facie a money trail. One. Number two, ED was in possession of enough material which led to Arvind Kejriwal's arrest. So it was not arbitrary that there is material evidence. Now this taken together, ma'am, look, let's go, be very realistic. Every trial has to proceed in stages. At this moment, prima facie, the evidence that has been adduced by the Enforcement Directorate is enough to suggest that Mr. Kejriwal is a suspect. Now, for a party that considered itself squeaky clean, led by a leader who starved almost to death, not once but twice, fighting corruption, perceptorily, this is not going to go down well. What would you have said had he walked out today? Had the arrest been deemed illegal? You would have said, see, we told you. Conversely, therefore, today you have to accept that there is no smoke without fire. Yes or no?
There are two statements that I'd like to quote here. One is by the Supreme Court Bar Association ex-president Dushyant Daveji, who said that the judiciary is clearly under pressure. There's another statement by Justice Chandrachud, who says that the lower courts do not give bail because of special acts. So we should be taking all of these statements.
This is not a lower court. This is the Delhi High Court, ma'am. This is a precedent-setting court.
And yet lower than the Supreme Court. So Supreme Court is the final court of authority in the country.
And you're saying that the judiciary is under pressure.
Absolutely. In this case, we are absolutely saying that. Saurabh Bharadwaj ji.
So how did Sanjay Singh then get relief?
From the Supreme Court. We got relief from the Supreme Court. Oh. And in this case also, Aam Aadmi Party is relying on...
So you're saying a High Court judge is more compromised than a Supreme Court judge. Is that what you're saying?
What we are saying is that as of now, an ED,
what are you saying?
CBI,
hang on. When you say that the judiciary...
all acting at the behest of the BJP.
Fine. The judiciary is under pressure, you're saying. You need to be very clear because there is a contempt provision under the law and it can be used against you, Huda Zariwala. Are you saying that the High Court is under pressure, political pressure, that it has become an extension of the government? Are you saying this? Really?
I mean, how else would you justify all the arrests that have been taking place for the past 2 years? This case has been going on for 2 years.
Okay. One second. You are making a very, 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 very tendentious claim. Let me bring in Hardeep Singh Puri, Union Minister.